It is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the 45th Annual Meeting of the AADR and the 40th Annual Meeting of the CADR. This meeting, with over 2,800 attendees, 378 oral presentations, 1,483 poster presentations, 27 symposia, 7 hands-on workshops, 6 lunch and learn sessions, and 3 distinguished lecture series speakers, promises to be another success story for the association. Thank you for your support and for taking the initiative to attend and experience firsthand this vibrant, intellectual, and collegial environment. I attended my first AADR meeting in 1979 in New Orleans, Louisiana. As a first-year graduate student, I remember feeling slightly overwhelmed, but mostly awed by the breadth and depth of the content of the meeting. I realize as I prepare for my 35th AADR meeting that particular feeling hasn't changed much. I never cease to be amazed by the diversity of the science at this gathering and by the spectrum of individuals that attend. But the one thing that I have come to understand over the years is that it is typically not the actual science that is most important dividend that I derive from this meeting, but rather the process of learning that occurs here on so many levels. The reason for that, I believe, is that this organization, like most successful organizations, is composed of likable, motivated, good-hearted, and caring individuals who can recognize the importance of their individual contributions to the organization. And when I say this, I just don't mean the experienced scientists mentoring the newcomers and early investigators, but rather the acts of mentoring and role modeling in the broadest sense. As you look around, notice the many faces of the AADR and CADR. See the student attending for the first time, likely nervous about standing up in front of more experienced investigators to present the work that they have so exhaustively prepared. See the wily veterans of many meetings who shake countless hands as they pass through the halls, seemingly knowing almost every attendee by virtue of their many scientific interactions and service-oriented contributions. See those who are just now making the choice to regularly attend to present their important work and to refamiliarize themselves with a growing list of scientific colleagues. But most importantly, see how each of these acts as a mentor and role model to their peers, often in unforeseen ways. How many of you have listened to an investigator give a presentation on a topic outside of your field, but one in which you now have a new appreciation and understanding because you were taught by someone who really knew their work? That presenter was a role model, independent of their years. How many of you have sat through a presentation given by a relatively inexperienced investigator and presenter, and then rose to the microphone to offer a thank you for their presentation and a question that reflected the important fact that you cared enough to make the effort? That is mentoring. How many of you have engaged a poster presenter with no one else around them and asked a question about something you were totally unknowledgeable about, and then walked away having learned something and made a new friend? That was mentoring and role modeling. We are members of an organization that demands certain things. It demands us to act with the highest level of ethics and professionalism. We are imperiled as an association if we cannot count on that from each other. It demands us to treat one another with respect for each other's knowledge and for each other's viewpoint. And it demands us to give back to the association through our many contributions. All of these activities are what mentors do. All of these activities are what role models do. Whether we know it or not, whether we want to admit it or not, we are all serving this important function for each other. I believe that the most important thing we can do is to lead by example in the best ways, that to role model a beneficent behavior and to provide the important mentorship that just might keep that other attendee coming back year after year. That has to be our primary goal. As you enjoy these next 3 days, filled with friendly discussions, knowledge transferring interactions, and general camaraderie, remember to be a mentor and a role model. You won't regret it. And we, the many faces of the AADR and CADR, won't forget it. Thank you.